Welcome to Empower Her, the program where we discuss and celebrate the achievements and challenges of women around the world. I'm your host, Best Nwachinemere. You know, throughout known history and even in this day and age, especially in Africa, the society has never really given too many opportunities to us women. So in this program, we celebrate every single woman who is out there breaking boundaries against all odds. And of course, encourage, educate, and show the know-how to the many others who need a little more push or encouragement. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic that is relevant to women around the world. The topic is Women and Entrepreneurship, identifying your own unique path. You know how we do it. We have a very special guest who will be joining us today. This one is a woman with an entrepreneurial spirit. I will let her tell us about herself by herself, but personally, I call her the foodpreneur. She will share her insights and journey on becoming this woman who is striving and working hard at what she loves to do. To be a part of this conversation and of course to follow future episodes, follow us on Facebook at Spectrum NG and on Twitter at Spectrum T Online. You can also send me a message anytime on Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn at Best Nwachinemere. Our website of course is www.spectrumtv.ng. We welcome your comments, your questions, your insights, and we'll try to answer as many of your questions as possible live during the program or on our social media pages after the program. So don't be shy and join the conversation. You can also join the conversation using the hashtag EmpowerHer. For now, let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll look at the figures and know the volume of work cut out for us as women.
The most important item in my bag right now is my sanitary pad. Then after that, my charger, my phone, hand sanitizer, pocket perfume, a pen, obviously, and I think that's basically all.
Okay. First. You know, say, to be woman already in a special duty on your own. So you can't be walking around like every other person. I mean the other gender, you know. So in my bag, I always move around with my pocket perfume. Yes, pss, here and there at every interval. And then I don't move out without my charger, very important. And then the cord, power bank, very, very important because, you know, the electricity in Nigeria. And then I don't move around without my handkerchief to damp my face. You know, the country is hot. And then the sanitary pad, of course, yes, very important. You know, a lady can be hooked at any time, especially here and there. Then gum, chewing gum, yes. And then slippers, yes, very important. Slippers is also important because you know we ladies are always on heels. Sometimes you might want a free movement. To enable free movement. Thank you very much.
The most important items as a woman you shouldn't leave, you should carry around in your bag. For me, first of all, I like to carry my ATM card around. I mean, who doesn't? Everyone likes to carry money around. For me, I like it because sometimes when I go out, I see things. I'm a very spontaneous and like impulsive spender. When I see something I like, especially foodstuffs, I like to just buy like that, quickly withdraw cash and buy. And then I like to carry my perfume, my little bottle of perfume around in case. Then I carry little fast makeup items like powder and lip gloss. And then your goggles, of course, your eyeglasses, your sunshade. I always like to carry that too. What else? You always find my power bank in my bag because I like to scroll through social media, Facebook, Instagram. So I like to carry my power bank around in case my battery goes slow. I think those are the things you find in my bag.
First of all is my ATM. Even though I don't get money, I go still carry the ATM in case. And then I also go out with cash. If I get the cash, I put that inside. Then my lip gloss, I go out with my sunshades and tampons, and extra gum because I like my mouth moving. Then once in a while, cotton buds for any one or two. And my charger, my charger is important. My phone if you just off like that now, so I need to carry my charger. My charger gas the bag. That's just the basic items. Then if I find that where I put that mirror that day, I go just carry and put inside alongside that eyeliner in case I need shine wherever I go. I just apply one or two. That's just it.
Well, I would say it's my ATM card. I won't go anywhere without my card. I mean, in case anything comes up. And then the other thing I could say is my perfume. Thank God for atomizer. So you can easily have your perfume in a portable thing. And then I don't really do makeup, so I don't have to go around with my makeup. Then I have my comb, depending on how or the hair I choose to go out with. And then basically those are the major things. Then I try not to go out without sweet, for my, obviously, you know why, I'm a lady, and then there are times that you go to places and you have to keep your mouth closed for a long period of time, so I don't go out without that. And then my charger, very important. I mean, in this Nigeria you can't do without it. Then I have my earpod always with me for, for moments, for days you want to go solo. And then I have my wallet with me too. And then my phones. I mean, who goes without phones? And then sometimes I go out with my powder, but definitely not the heavy ones, okay? Whatever I go with, I believe in natural beauty. I believe in more in natural beauty, but that's aside. I go out with my powder because there are days that you just have to add up. Then, as a lady, we have seasons. As much as you count, there are times that seasons just come up on this. So I go out with my sanitary pads in case I have those moments. And then I have the sanitary what people call more like the sanitary tissues. Forgotten the real name for it, sanitary tissues. And yeah, in case I have need for that or I need to use the restroom quickly, because still come out fine. But basically those are the things I go out with. Then thank you.
Okay, as a woman, I think there are a lot of things that are very, very important in your bag when you're going out. But I'll mention the few ones that are very, very important. Number one, you need your mirror. Like, always check yourself out if you're intact, if your makeup is intact every time. And another thing you need is pocket perfume. My dear, no go dey wooz give people. No go dey smell give people. Pocket perfume, just put am your neck, your hand, hand, so that e go dey smell fresh. And another thing wey you need na lip gloss. Always rub am so your lip no go dey dry like who dey sell garri or popo garri. Always rub am for lip. As you see so, rub am make your lip dey glow, you get. So
You talked about the price.
okay, another thing you need again as a woman is your national identity card. You need that one. Is very, anything can happen at any time, just like you hear of robbery or maybe you forgot your purse somewhere. That one, they can easily access you. Go around with your ID card is very, 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 very important. I have mine, as you can see.
If you check inside this my bag, I think I have some things there. As a woman, I have powder, I have wet lip, because of the way that I need to keep my lips glowing, and I have pen, I have paper because I like writing things down. Though I have my phone, I can equally record or do whatever, but I value having pen inside my bag and a paper so I can write. Mirror must be there. You know that one too. Depends on where I am going to. Yes, it depends on where I'm going to. Sometimes I may have more than that, and depending on the size of bag, there may be more things there may be things you may want to carry, but your bag will not contain it, depending on where you are going to. So as it is now, what I have inside this my bag is what I know I can use now, and that's all I have for now.
Welcome back to Empower Her, the program designed with women across all ages in mind. Now, Empower Her is a safe space where we get to bear our minds, tackle issues concerning us, and of course, celebrate every single win. The statistics says that women account for 40.7% of entrepreneurs in Nigeria. Now, that is like over 30% more than the global average. Kudos to us women here in Nigeria. So when we talk about identifying your unique part as a woman, a lot of us, we do businesses. We have people who do small businesses, who run supermarkets, malls, even roadside businesses. That is a business. But how do you identify what you want to do? Like, I can't just come and tell you, you know what, I want you to start a fashion line. I want you to start selling akara, bimbos by the roadside. How do you identify what is good for you, what you want to do? Now, this is where our guests come comes in. We want to hear from her what inspired her to go into the niche that she's going to out of the 1,010,000,000 other career paths that she could have chosen. So please help me welcome our guest for today, Miss Patience. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
First of all, let me say that you have a beautiful smile.
Thank you very much.
And you're looking lovely.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And how has it been for you today?
It's been great. I was so excited when I hear I was going to come to Spectrum TV, Planet FM. I was like, okay, wow, it's going to be great being here.
Yes, I assure you, you are not as excited as I. You see how I'm bubbling. You're not as excited as I am. Now, I promise the audience that I'm going to let you be the one to introduce yourself. So let's do that.
All right. Okay, my name is Patience Usen Etim, a food scientist and technologist. I studied food science and technology in University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. And the journey has been amazing. So currently, I am a foodpreneur.
Yeah!
Like I will choose to call it foodpreneur.
Oh, she copied that from me because I said that. I said that. She copied
So I'm
that.
a foodpreneur. My life is food. Everything I do surrounds and revolves around food, health, and wellness.
Let me tell you a little secret about myself.
Okay.
I love food.
Okay.
I love food. I mean, there's this thing like when you are so tired, you come home, then you see a warm plate of food in front
Already.
of you. Ah, God. You take the first, you take the first spoonful, you close your eyes and serve all the taste.
I used to say I would choose food over man, over and over, over and over
Okay,
again.
now. She does not want peace. She does not want peace. You choose food over a man.
I used to say that I would choose food over and over again, over man. Only food will not break your heart. Only food. So that aside, okay, the journey so far has been amazing. It has not been easy because if it was supposed to be just by my own strength, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I can say what made me choose food entrepreneurship alongside food science and technology I had studied in school was my passion for it, because I really wanted to do, it's not as if I understood what I am supposed to do in life at the time. Even my 4 years, 5 years in school, I had still not, even while I was still studying,
You're still not seeing that picture.
yes. But I realized that I had to have a conversation one day with myself, and what is that thing that, you know, that even if somebody wakes you from sleep now, you can say yes to. You don't have to be comfortable to say, yes, I will. I said, okay, I dance. Should I go into dance business? Because I'd already been in a dance ballet school. At the
Okay.
time. I was always dancing and all. Should I pick that thing? If you wake
I
me,
cannot dance to save my life.
if you wake me by 5 a.m. to come and dance, I'll slap you. So let me think, what is that one thing? So I was like, if you wake me by 4 a.m., 3 a.m. to come and talk about food, the health benefits of carbohydrates, the health benefits of rice, the health benefits of beans, you ask me to come and cook by 3 a.m., I will jump from my sleep and I will cook. And impromptu, anything impromptu, just leave me in the kitchen. In fact, I tell people that the most important place in my house
Is your
is my
kitchen.
kitchen.
I can tell.
In fact,
I could tell that.
my parlor space might be very tiny. My toilet space, very tiny. But see that kitchen, leave the space for me. Just leave
That's
it.
the sanctuary.
That's my sanctuary. That's my temple. so that was when I now, okay, food. So this is it, God. Yes. And that was how my journey began. Because if you want to excel, if you want to do something, first of all, you must understand purpose. When you understand purpose, the rest of the story, the rest of the journey, you face hills, but you will be able to overcome because you understand the purpose. You understand where you're going, you understand where you're coming from, you understand the lives that are waiting for you. Because I tell myself, so many lives are tied to my own life. If I fail, the rest of them fall. So
and you don't want to be the one that facilitates another person's failure.
Yes, exactly.
Just speaking to you, I can hear the passion. I love food. It's my sanctuary. 3 a.m. I cannot relate. I as much as I love food, I love to watch people eating. I love to admire good food, and of course to eat good food. You see that one? Wake me up by 3 a.m. to tell me to cook. No, please, 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 no.
That was what has kept us going, you know?
Yeah, and then now this is you, a young woman, and you have identified that this is what you enjoy doing. Of course, I know that you mentioned having a conversation with yourself. I do that to like stand up and have a conversation with myself. But definitely, you didn't just decide to have a conversation with yourself. I want to understand. Now, this is where me, I want to understand.
The shege we saw.
Please, pray tell, spill the beans. What is that shege
The
we saw?
premium shege. Okay, you understand? I, you know, when family, in fact, in those days, there were the poor, the average class.
The middle class.
Now it is
And
either
then
you are
elite.
rich or poor. Now it is either you are rich or poor. There is no more average or so. The family background you're coming from, when I understood my background, that my father is a man that has 6 children,
Okay.
and then he has successfully trained all of us down to university age.
Level.
I'm the 5th of all siblings, and my last sister is currently in her year 2, going to year 3. So I looked at it that I'm not getting any younger. My sisters have done their best in supporting my parents to also sponsoring me. So you know that thing where the elder sister will fend for the one that is after her.
Yeah, then
you
the
keep
one, yes.
you keep
Like,
so I'm like,
it's your turn now.
it's my turn. Am I going to sit down and wait for them to keep buying pad for me? I want to buy pad in school. In fact, I really envy those people that come to their parents come to school, their siblings come to school, drop them off monthly. You receive monthly allowances.
Yeah, it's not like we
weekly.
don't like good things. So it's not like we don't like good things.
Look at me
but
now.
all fingers
Does
are
good thing not
equal.
fit me? I not get money now. I find like this. So I thought about so many things. Many times I will cry like I can't call the house for pad. How much is pad? How much is perfume? How much is makeup?
You have to make
wet
your
lip?
hair.
I have to make
you
my
have to,
hair.
You have to buy clothes.
I have to wear slippers. I have to, you know, that's just the normal basic. Then I have to eat. I have to pay transport to school.
I know that because of the subsidy removal and the hike in
Thank you.
dollar exchange
Dollar
rate, everything is now expensive. So it's
Very
not even
expensive.
what it was 5 years
This
ago.
Nigeria problem is not now. So it's a thing that has always been. So one has to just be wise. So all of this.
What can you do to
What's
help yourself? It's no longer about what can other people do to help you.
me.
Now we understand this is what it is. What can I now do to push it forward?
Will I keep collecting? When will I start giving? So I thought about that, and then in my year 2, my year 3, I said, okay, what can you do? I looked at it. How many skills do I have? I said, not so much, not so many. So I started frying peanuts in school.
Okay.
I started with peanuts.
The food job did not start here.
It
It did not start here.
I started making peanuts, and then from like in my bag, I have my peanuts that I go class by class after my lectures. So everybody in the entire University of Uyo Annex campus, they knew me as Peanut Girl, because if I see you, even if I don't know you, I just stop you and tell you, as I admire your clothes, from your clothes, it's not ordinary admiration, from your clothes, I'll give you one
We
peanut
have
for
a
free.
target.
I tell you, test my peanuts first. If you don't like it, you don't buy. If you like it,
Oh,
buy.
wow.
So I gave, when I just started, I gave almost everybody I met one free, and that one I gave. Many people sometimes do not like peanut, but because of my single approach, they tend to now buy for their friends. And then from main campus to permanent sites to lecturer's office,
Okay.
everybody knew me as Peanut
Okay,
Girl.
you know what, Miss Patience? Now, this is an update. For those of us ladies in the university, you're now thinking, how do I break even? A lot of people are doing businesses. Now, if this is not real life updates, I don't know what else real life update is. This is marketing strategy. In fact, I think we should rename this Marketing 101. Okay, please continue going.
So that was how my name settled down. That was just, you know, this from hand to mouth. Just do something that you can get 50 naira, 100 naira. So when I saw that, okay, Peanut Girl, people stop calling me by my name. They started calling me Peanut.
Peanut Girl.
Sometimes I go for night class because I want to sell the remaining peanuts. And then that was how my name.
Talk about being strategic.
And that was how my name settled in the hearts of many students, my colleagues. And then I said, okay, this peanut thing is not the way I was thinking. I was thinking I would just sell peanut and collect 15 and say I have transport. But it has grown beyond just what I had imagined. In fact, I didn't even plan for it to be this way. So what can I do? So I got hands to help me. So I go into lecturer's office, and then my friend told me, your food tastes good. I come to your house almost after every lecture because I know that I will eat. And it wasn't just her. A lot of my friends after school, I was thinking it was, oh, the love of patience in their hearts that made them come.
It was a love of patience art in the kitchen.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't think it was okay because of the food or something. Because definitely, I can remember. I can't remember the last time I took plates out to buy food. I don't.
Wow.
I hardly buy food.
Oh wow.
So I always cook whatever I eat. Many times, except I'm stranded in a camp or somewhere I cannot access.
You don't have a
Yes.
kitchen.
So she was talking to me, and that I can never forget that girl in this life. Because she was like, why not start cooking? We'll buy.
Oh wow.
She told me, start cooking, we'll buy.
Yeah, she's right, because even me now, I'm thinking about your food and I know that I would buy.
So she told me, start cooking, we'll buy. I said, are you serious? Like, I'll start. How will I don't even have a cooler. I don't have anything. I just have this normal small standing cylinder gas, and you're asking me to start cooking, you'll buy. She said, try. To cut my long story short. I said, okay, let me see what you are saying. This thing, I'm sure you don't mind me.
Let me see what I can do.
I started. I cooked the first day, just normal rice and stew. Like, I'll cook for them, they'll come and eat. I said, okay, 500 naira per plate. They roast their brows. I said, the one you've been
eating free since.
the ones you've been eating free, 500 naira per plate. To my greatest surprise, my friends were my biggest fans. They bought. They came to the other day. I said, all of you drop your offering before going. So 500. And then I was taken aback when I now viewed one of my friends' status. I saw the plates they had cleared, like the empty plates before and after. My friend is selling food, oh, please patronize my friend.
Oh, wow.
If you're in the hostel and you need food, so time to so time, please let us know. So that casual WhatsApp status
Updates.
before you know, the messages started coming to my phone.
It was generating sales for you.
This one wants, and you know how the hostel can be. Many people in the hostel, I'm not condemning the hostel food. Those people do food. That's the difference between my brand and other food brands.
Okay.
I will prefer to satisfy you with quality food and top my, my money than for me to sell low quality because I want to collect 200 naira. No. It's that I don't do that business or
So that's quality.
That's
Understanding
quality.
this is your brand.
Yes.
Understanding this is the quality I want to always give out and maintaining
that standard. So then you know how hostel girls can be. They buy food. Many times it's not what they want to eat, but because that is what is available.
Yeah.
So when my friend made that post, I said, okay, Patience, you have to look for money. People are already in your DM. They started sending me, contact her. So person gave me your number. So person gave me your number. I said, what do I do? God, this thing is casual. I didn't plan to make it. I'm still in school. I didn't plan to, elaborate. And there's no even plan or strategy or structure. So I had to pray. Someday I prayed and I was like, okay, just do it casually for now. Let's see if this is going to be long term. God will guide you through it after school.
Yeah.
So that was how it happened. Make your orders before 2 p.m. On WhatsApp status every day. I was always making noise, make your orders. Then I did promo, I gave out free food. See, before you can do business, you should be ready to sacrifice.
Okay.
It will not be convenient for a start. But if you want your name to at least be registered in the heart of people, people want when you can give them something. People like Osho free. People like, so that was what I used in buying them. I gave out food for free many times. If you bring 10 people, I will give you a full day meal, morning, breakfast, afternoon, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So just bring 10 person, that's your reward. So you see people struggling to gather complete 10 people so that they can have full 24 hours.
This is like marketing class. This one we have now moved over from marketing 101. This is marketing 203.
So that was how it was. At some point I got exhausted and I was like, okay, this thing is working. Push, like just push. So I extended it. I took that bold step of walking into my lecturer's offices. Walking to your lecturer's offices, walking to someone who is a professor, walking to someone who is a doctor, and then you are working as an ordinary student. no form of identification, and then you're telling them you're a food vendor. How? You want to poison them? So I didn't have those. I didn't have the right tools, the already registered tools like business name and all of those things that could, help me to access them easily.
Yeah.
So what I did was I wasn't bothered. I changed my style. Since I don't have those the NAFDAC registration and all of those things, my dressing was what helped me. So I would go to school with my heels. I would just put it in my handbag, go to school with my heels, well dressed, turtleneck, normal. I love turtlenecks, normal, then suit, jacket, and I just always look smart. So my friends were like, "Are you coming for lectures or what?
Business.
What is all this dressing for? What is all this obasabi?" So I thought that my mission is not the same with your own mission. Let all of us face our mission in this life. So that was it. And so when you walk into somebody's office, very smart, and then you have your A game with you, you slice the onions perfectly.
Oh, wow.
So I'm walking to my lecturer's office looking like a fellow lecturer. And the audience is there already. Hello, good morning, sir. I don't even introduce myself to him as a student. He doesn't know I'm a student, except he sees me in class. So I told them, this is what I do for a living. Bam, bam, bam. I don't have an identity card yet, but I have something to show you. I'll bring out one of my peanut bottles, well packaged, but there's no branded label around it. I'll tell you, okay, so that you don't get scared, I want to poison you. I'll eat out of it.
Taste it first.
I'll taste it first. So the ones I'm going, there's sometimes I go with barbecue fish, there's sometimes I go with rice, so whatever I make for that day, I go with it and I have a taste of it and then present the remaining to them on their own permission, because some people don't like it when you just come. It's rude if you don't get their permission.
Yes.
Yes, so I do that, and comfortably, I just make the atmosphere comfortable enough for you to trust me that I'm not harmful. And that's how almost all my lecturers in school knew me, and everybody in school. Usain, I'm supposed to attend your class by 3 to 6, and you're messaging me around 2:30. You want food by so. Please, when am I supposed to cook the food, and when am I supposed to come to your class? So most of the times I skip lectures, and it's not a good thing.
Wow.
My father will hear this.
Daddy, please don't be upset. You can understand why.
So it was a good thing. It was the journey was not easy because I had to skip class many times.
And the stress, because now this is something you enjoy doing, but nobody's going to talk about the stress. Like, why when you said that you wake up by 3 and you cook, why do you think I said I cannot relate? Okay, I finish from work, I go home, I do what I can. I cannot overdo it. But now look at you, you're a student, you have to read, you have to attend night classes, you have to prepare for your exam, you have to rest.
Yes.
And on top of that, you have to go to the market and you have to cook and you have to deliver.
It's not beans. It's not beans. Like I was losing it at some point because I started losing weight. I started looking ugly. I'll call it ugly. Most times people don't agree when I say I'm ugly. They're like, you how? But it's been stressful. So that was my journey all through university days. I failed because I didn't have enough time to study the way I should. I was now pursuing business and academics at the same time. I didn't create a balance then.
Yes, so it's important to create a balance. Especially for students. So if you know that you are a student now, I am thankful. Somebody said something to me recently that he's thankful that these days students are not just thinking as students, but they are now thinking as adults. So in addition to studying, they're also thinking, what businesses can I do? You get? So now students are no longer just thinking, I'll just go to school, I'll just be dependent on my parents. They're going, especially for the ladies, all us ladies, we have it tougher because our needs, we all know, are greater than the guys. You mentioned
the men will never agree that they will never agree that we have
it tougher.
They believe that there's one guy out there, there's somebody out there that pushes the money at us.
And then here's the conversation. Now you believe that there's a guy out there who is giving me money. So that's why you will not give me money. This same person believes the same thing. So the person is not giving me money. Where then do you think the money is coming from? But we'll come to them later. Now we're just going to talk about the fact that us ladies, we have greater needs. You mentioned we have to buy sanitary towels, we have to buy tampons, we have to make our hair, We have to, you know, maintain the beauty. At the end of the day, these are all costing money and time. So now you can't just afford, especially in this economy, you can't just afford to think only as a student. It's also important if you have something. But as she said, the need to balance, to create a balance, know that, okay, at the end of the day, I am still a student and it's just for a period of time, but it comes first. So I'm going to study. You create a timetable, because that's what I did. When I was a student, I was also working. So what I did was I created a timetable. Now, this time, all I'm doing is reading. Even if for any reason I'm not reading, I will not be working. I will not work between XYZ time to XYZ time. So I created that balance. So because of that, my academics did not have to suffer. At the end of the day, I know that I could have achieved so much more when it came to my career while I was in school, but I didn't. So just like what you said, your academics suffered, but your business flourished. So I guess that if you don't properly create the balance, one of the two would have to suffer. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what is your priority? Is your priority to make money now? As much as that is good, but you also have to make your classes, have to get good grades. But I'm thankful that you are bold enough to come out and say, okay, this is what I did not do right. So now if you're going to go back to when you were in the university, I can see you smiling already. If you have to go back to when you were in the university, what would you do differently? Like, would you continue on the same path? Yes, I made it. That's what matters. That's what matters. I made it. I was financially independent at the time. Or would you change certain things?
Okay, if I have to go back to my university days, like, I will still stick to my business.
Wahala. Miss Patience does not want peace at all. You don't want peace at
I
all.
will because it built me a lot. See,
Okay.
minus the money. The money itself was not even coming like the kind of money that I really wanted or I really want.
Or you would have made.
Yes, but that growth intellectually, it made me see life in another way. Like, I saw life differently. The things my mates would not think of, I was thinking it, because I wasn't just living for myself anymore. I carried out responsibility of fending for people, teaching about food, because I did not just cook and serve them. I wasn't just cooking. I was now doing these therapeutical sessions with some of my lecturers that are elderly.
Okay.
Yes, I gave therapeutical sessions for different disabilities.
Because I didn't miss when you said that if we wake you up by 3 a.m. to ask you what are the nutritional values of rice, that you'll be able to. I didn't miss that. So
So that was
anytime I wake you up by 4, you have to tell me, because you said it.
that was the extra jara I gave them. So when I sell food to you, I now tell you, okay, this is health benefits of this. For this week, you should try something new.
Okay.
Try this, and this is the effect you would have if you want to gain weight, if you want to lose weight. And there are now some of my lecturers that had mom at home that were actually having diabetes, they were having cancer, and some of other ailments. So I now ran therapeutical sessions for them. So it made me open my mind to read, study about food, about health, about wellness, because that was actually in our curricular activities. It was one of the courses we took in my year 3. That's food chemistry. It's in line with the health section. In fact, we are supposed to be working hand in hand with the health section. So minus the classroom, it made me go beyond the 4 walls of my classroom, and I could also relate with individuals away from
your own circle of friends.
Yes, my own circle of friends. I had bigger friends. I got bigger friends. I got lecturers as friends. I could, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you were not just you were not just learning, but you're also practicing real life, practicing what you were being taught in school.
And
so in a
communication
way, it did
too.
help you. Maybe it didn't help your grades, but it helped you.
Yes.
It helped you up there.
And then if I'm going to go back again, I think I'll take your advice of creating a balance, a plan. Right now, I have a book. I plan to buy a board, but I currently use a book where I have to do and all of those. So if I had started doing this to do, and then this, I have to do.
Oh, that is very important, and it works, because I did have it. Like, even back then, I'm trying to, even back then when I was in university, and right now, but then, because we're talking about back then now, then I used to do my to-do list for the next day, every night. Like, to night when I am done work, because I usually stay up late to work. When I am done working, before I now sleep, which will be around 3 a.m., I now drop my plan for the day. I draw up my plan, and I know that okay, I have to do X, Y, Z. Then at night, before I start my night routine, I will check off everything that I've done. And there's this sense of fulfillment that comes when you don't just check off every other thing, but you add other tasks that you didn't initially plan, but you had achieved that day. You add it. Oh, I did what? See, you're making your plan. It doesn't have to be grand. I mean, at first, you can even do laundry. I mean, that is something. You can even add laundry. You can add read a book. You can add do your assignments. You can add for cooking or research research the percentage of carbohydrate and protein in beans. So creating a balance is important, but also writing out your plan and looking at it gives you a holistic view of what you want to achieve, and it will make it easier for you because now you can create bite-sized plans on how to achieve your goals for the day.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, that if I had done all of this, it's love. In fact, it's love made me excel in both ways.
In both, yeah.
So that's one of the things I will do if I am to go back. Now, at least I have my hands on everything I want to do per time, per day.
Now, there's this aspect that we've not actually talked about.
Okay.
Financing your business. Because now you were in school. You didn't just get money. I know that a lot of people out there, they will be thinking, me too, I know how to bake. Your coconut rice cannot taste like my coconut rice. In fact, if I cook stew for you, my stew will stew. But the thing is, I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the funding. Okay. You even had parents that were giving you money. Me, I have to pay my own school fees. I know that, and these are legit concerns. These are legit reasons, and they should not be undermined in any way. So I'm sure that some people also have that challenge, like, how do I get the funding from? We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we will continue, and this time around we'll talk about the financing part of it, because it's not just about telling you, do you know you can go out and start and do whatever. So while we are on a short break, we'll look at the highlights from our previous episode where we talked about financial independence. I'm sure it will help you open your mind and to know it's not just everything concerning finance, from saving to investing, things like that. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, because this is still Empower Her.
I won't call myself a serial entrepreneur, but I know I have ventured into so many things that didn't work before I finally found me.
The one that worked.
No, yeah, so I'll say I started with thrift.
Okay.
So they're selling thrift, what we call the okrika, while in school at the university and all that. So when I graduated and I was looking for a job, I still ventured into that full time. Then from there I left and I opened a beauty salon, which happened by chance. It's not like something that I planned. I had this friend that was running a beauty salon and she wanted to leave town and she needed someone to buy it over, like buy everything, the entire salon and all of that. And I had the money at the time.
And so sorry to cut you short, but you see that she had the money at the time.
Yes.
And that came from already doing business.
That got my attention. Yeah.
So
she had money.
Imagine if
she had savings.
Yeah, she had savings. Imagine if she wasn't into the treats and all of those things, and such opportunity arose. She wouldn't have been able to take advantage of it.
So that was what I did. So I did that for some time, and it was time for us to leave town because my husband is actually a pastor. And when we left town, I had to fold up. But I needed something that was more mobile. So I started selling another form of buying and selling that I could move with and all of that. So it's been like that for me until we came back here permanently. And I started with doing some other things. I ventured into network marketing. From network marketing, I ventured into the sales of engine oil.
She has been very adventurous. I thought I was adventurous. I've seen my partner. Oh wow!
I had to get a company registered because I don't believe it. Over time I had done businesses that I wasn't registered, but this time I needed to make it a little bit professional. So I got a company registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and then I started. Even with that, I'm also a social entrepreneur. I run Actual Africa initiative where we also empower women with skills and all of that. So
And that's what got my attention.
Yes.
But you know, when you talk about this, you did some businesses that didn't work out.
Yes.
Now, I really, really want to ask, what is like the biggest financial mistake you have made?
Can I just chip in
Oh,
here?
feel free.
Okay, because from what she's been saying, it was clear from what she discussed that she had some savings.
Yes.
You know, talking about business, there's more to business and finance, really. When we want to strive to have financial independence, what we must first of all understand is being independent financially just simply means, first of all, you have enough income to live a comfortable life and even have to spare.
Yes.
Now, the question is this. For someone who is running a business or someone who is earning a salary, how do you grow to that position where you are now financially independent?
Yes.
Because she mentioned something very key which had to do with she had savings. Yes. And that's how she was able to buy up and switch over into a new business. Yes. So, but what is always very key, if you look out on the streets, like you already had, we just watched, and you ask a lot of people, they have been very adventurous. A lot of women have been very adventurous, I can tell you, in business.
Yes.
We have tried so many things. But the issue is, are we actually growing in these things?
Are we deliberate?
Yes.
Are we deliberate in our growth? So why it's really key, and I'm excited to be here today, is we need to bring things properly into perspective. Now, women, are we having residual income? And what is residual income? Basically, residual income is just what comes in that takes care of everything. When I say everything, it takes care of your recurring bills, and after that, what is left? What is left?
Because you can't really call yourself financially independent if you cannot afford yourself. You have
to
be
even
able
take
to
care of
afford
yourself. Yes.
And then
yes.
have a spare.
Yeah.
That is the only time you can claim financial independence.
That's
because
correct.
I can't say I'm financially independent and I cannot afford, I need something
Simple
for myself
basics.
or anything, and I still have to ask someone else.
Yes.
But it is also important to know, okay, these are the things that I did and they didn't work out. These are some decisions I made and they backfired. Of course, this is something you learned for and you learned from and you moved forward.
Yes.
So, which is important to shine a light on that.
Yes.
So that it also educates other people. Oh yeah, I did it, so you don't have to.
I think one of the greatest mistake I made was venturing into businesses that I didn't really research on. Like when the beauty business came, I didn't research. It was just an opportunity. I knew there was money in it, so I just grabbed it. And of course I made money, but I didn't plan. But what I eventually got to learn is, for you, before you venture into any business, I encourage training a lot. Don't just go into business and all of that.
Very important.
So
Okay. Welcome back to Empower Her. I am sure you enjoyed that short clip. Remember, today we are still talking about identifying your unique path as a woman who wants to be an entrepreneur. And today we are talking with Miss Patience, and she has been telling us stories from her university days, and I am learning as well as enjoying every bit of it. Right now we're going to talk about financing, and after that we're going to talk about how you actually have to how to identify your own path, because it's not just about cooking, it's not just about food science. How you get to understand, okay, this is what I have to do, this is what I can do, and also the financing part of it. So back to you, Miss Patience.
Okay, I would say I did not have it all. In fact, there was nothing, no lily. So when my friends asked me to start something, I was scared because I knew that if I called the house for support, I'll probably get 2,000 naira or 3,000 naira. So how I got money to start my business, like as little as it was from the little savings I have had. Like, you give me 1,000 naira, I keep 20 naira out of that 1,000 naira. I did not used to spend it all. So I had one small colo I used to drop money. By the time I brought out my colo and I broke it. It wasn't even up to 10,000 naira at that time I was going to start. So I called for help. I called my friends. I scrolled through my phone. Who's ready to support me? Please, I need this, I need this, I need that. Okay, if you don't have money to support me, just give me your equipment, borrow me your purse, borrow me your this. At least if I can sell for 2 times, I should be able to get my capital and then profit and then put money back into. So I got a response. My friends are my big time fans. They supported me.
Shout out to your friends.
Shout out to my friends. Hello, Chisom. Hi. So my friends, they supported me. This one will bring 1,000 naira, 2,000, 5,000. I got moral support from a lot of persons on my contact. I think that's where I got my luck from. And I actually prayed to God that God, please just touch the heart of somebody to invest in me. Let them see the good in me and invest in me. So I looked at it that, okay, if these people can just support me, that means I have been able to give value. If I'm somebody
Yeah.
without value, people will not show up for you. But if you have value, at least you've deposited something in somebody's life, definitely there will be one, even if it's one person. So that's where I strive in my aspect of finance. For other people, it might not be
the exact same
it might
way.
not- yes.
There's no textbook rule to this thing. There's no set rule. What worked for her is not what worked for me. It might not be what will work for you. But just know that where there is a will, there is a way. So God, who gave you the knowledge to know that you can do this, and of course the abilities, will also provide. All you have to do is put in your best. Like what she said, that if she hadn't given value, people may not have believed in her enough to sacrifice, because those were your friends.
Yes.
And probably students just like you were, so they didn't also have
They didn't
money
also
to
have
spare,
much.
but they were able to bring out something because you have given them value. So regardless of where you are and what you are doing, it is important to be able to give value to people, so that when you are in need, or not just when you are in need, so that you also have people who will come through for you at every given time. So now, do you have a word for our viewers? Like, how do you identify your own paths? How do you identify? She said that she had a conversation with herself. I do that a lot. Introspection. I do that a lot. What is it I love to do? Oh, I love to talk. I love to talk. So it's little wonder that I'm here right now hosting Empower Her. So what other ways can one identify what they want to do, what niche they want to go into?
Okay, I'll say this to everyone listening to us or watching us. Nobody can understand you better than the way you understand yourself. So sit yourself down, talk to yourself, know the things you like doing, the things you do comfortably, like the things you can do without stress. Just know that, okay, this is what makes me happy. Find your path. Pray. Be a very prayerful person too, because sometimes you think this is what you want to do, but that's actually not God's plan for you. That's not in line with what God wants you to do. So you must first know your creator, know yourself, and know what is in line with what God wants you to be. Then you can now settle in there. It will not be easy. It's not always easy. When you understand that, you can know that you can find purpose, passion, and what you have to give out to the general public. Because without skills is money. I'll say it. Skills and time is money. These days, the world is going technological. It's revolving. And without skills, you find out that without skills now, you can't basically
You
do
can't go
nothing.
far.
You can't offer
Yes.
anything. So if some people you have to learn this, some people it's inbuilt. Mine is inbuilt. Any extra lesson I learn right now, in fact, will make you jealous me. So we cannot be the same. So if yours is to learn and be good at what you do, so that you can offer value, and then that's where you can now make money
Monetize
from
it. And I would also like to say something. Sometimes when we talk about identifying your unique path as a woman, sometimes we just look at some business and we look down on them. I cannot start this small business, it does not give money. No, I cannot. Now, consistency also pays. Being consistent in whatever you are doing, you wake up every morning, you show up. Even when you go out, you don't sell. Don't just say, this shop, I don't want to go to there, I will not make any sales. No, keep showing up, keep impacting, keep making value. Consistency pays. It may not pay today, you may not even see the dividends today, but I promise you, once you keep showing up, once you keep doing the best that you can, giving it your all, day in, day out, you begin to reap the fruits of your labor. And of course, all the way, I will always be here cheering for you. Why? Because I'm all passionate about women. Thank you for being with us on this episode of Empower Her. Until the next time I see you, I want you to remember that you are fabulous. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are the strongest woman I know. And if you really want to do this, you can do this. Any parting words for our viewers, Miss Patience?
All right, I'll say this: do your best and leave the rest for God. Be prayerful also.
Thank you so much, guys, for being with us. You are the reason why we host Empower Her. Until next time, bye bye.